Hello everyone. Thank you again for coming to Mary's Little House. It's tea time here. It's about 4:30 p.m. and I got my tea. I just boiled the water and I put it in the teapot and I let it steep and I just put a little sugar. Don't tell my doctor about that. I'm diabetic, but not the kind that get the insulin yet. But anyway, here it is, my tea. It's in that beautiful teacup that I got from the thrift store. So to all of you and to our Queen, our Blessed Mother. I know the people in the UK salute their Queen, and to the UK, you're teaching me how to do tea. Bear with this little barbarian here as I try to be refined with this tea. To all of you. Whoa, that's good. Yes, that's good. Okay, today for Crossfire number 8, I'm going to talk about living today as if it were the last day of our lives. I have been doing it. I've been trying to do it. Sometimes I forget. But living today as if it's the last day of our lives. In the sacristies in many churches all over the world and chapels, in the sacristy there's a plaque that says, "Priest of God, celebrate this Mass as if it's the last Mass you'll celebrate." Boy, does that make a difference, even for us out in the pews, to really put ourselves into it and to join the priest in offering ourselves to the Father with Jesus, the divine victim, the Paschal victim, the Easter victim, and receiving Jesus into our hearts with all our being, encountering the living God, body and blood, soul and divinity, and our body and blood, soul and humanity in Holy Communion. Listening to the Word of God. What's He got to say to us in the readings in the beginning? Really being and praying with our heart, not just sort of being there or something, but praying with all our hearts. That's what, if it's the last Mass, we'll do everything right. Well, the same way with our day, too. I've been trying to live the day, you know. I had to do some business at the pastoral center of the Diocese of Belleville. So I had to go to one office, Hispanic office, and I encouraged them to help us to be one body and this beautiful culture that's brought into our lives, into our parishes of the Hispanic people. The fire, the chili pepper of the spiritual life of and the songs and the dances and the sounds and the foods of Hispanic people. They enrich our lives and enrich our faith and with their customs and their way of celebrating with that chili pepper joy and happiness. So I encouraged all three of the people there at the office. And then I dropped over to the diocesan newspaper today. I usually don't do that. With nothing else to tell the editor to thank her for what she's been doing. And I noticed on the wall in the reception area that a whole wall was full of certificates from the National Catholic Press Association that our little diocesan paper, the Messenger, has received, and many of them were personal. The editor herself had won for this editorial or for that article, whatever. So I celebrated that with her. I took her out of her office. You know, the secretary didn't. Well, who are you? You know, I said I just want to see your editor and celebrate and thank her for her day in and day out work and excellence in the ministry of the Catholic Press. So I was doing all this. I'm a guy on fire. This is my last day, you know. And after Mass, everybody that I met coming out of the church there at the Shrine Church, I thanked them and said hello to them and celebrated their kids. There was a big family, 6 children, and very small, from about 10 to to the little one in the arms, and mom expecting. Just celebrate that and say, oh, mother, you're just pouring yourself out with love. And it's so beautiful, and the children are so beautiful, and they're going to mass, and they look like they're right at home at church and everything. And a widow in her 90s, you know, still to encourage her, to thank her for praying for me. She does for me. This poor thing, I guess she knows I need it. And another grandmother who was delighting in this mother with all these kids. She said, oh, I love to have my kids come. I hear other grandparents, they don't want their kids to come. They can't wait till they get out of the house. I don't feel that way. I want them to come. I want to make them a big meal, and when they come. And she meant it. She wasn't trying to be anything. She was just normal. She's a very, very, I don't know her name or anything. I don't know why she was telling me all this, but I think she was seeing I was delighted in everyone in the vestibule in the back of church as they were leaving. So it's that when we treat this as our last day, we want to say I love you to everyone, so to speak, where it's appropriate, of course, but it's appropriate all the time to say, to show love and to show enthusiasm, to show affirmation, and because it might be the last time I'll ever see them. They might die before me, God willing, God forbid. You know, I'm one of the, I'm 71. But it doesn't matter. I noticed in the obituaries when the bishops die, they die in their 80s, mostly in their 80s. That's the average. And some hit a 90, but not very many of them. They work so hard. They have such a hard job to shepherd us, the bishops of the Catholic Church of the world. So anyway, let me take another sip here. Cheers. See what a barbarian I am. The UK, I have some people watching, some young women who are very creative, putting together their own YouTube channel, and there's why we say, oh, that guy doesn't know anything about tea time and drinking, having how to hold it, or all that you do that way. I don't have any scones or anything to scones, whatever that is. I think I saw them before, but I have no idea. Okay. Anyway, so what does this do? It brings in my task, my washing my dishes, the cleaning the hummingbird feeder, with putting new sugar water in it. All of these things are, and taking the dogs out. If this were my last time, doing it to my very best, being more patient with them, patient with myself, patient with all the stuff I have to do, all the pile. That if this is the time I'm hearing God's will right now, I'm not there to do this task or to accomplish this or that. It's right now that I hear. I even doing this early because I have adoration tonight, so I have to do it early, or else it'll be a midnight train ride, and I'll miss tea time anyway. Tea time's around 4 o'clock or something, I guess it is. Oh, great. So anyway, I wish you had a cup of tea with me. I really encourage you. You know, when people come over, there's mamas who do that, like that mother today I met, and grandmother, that they're so glad when people come over. And you women, you are so hospitable. You drop everything and make us feel at home and feed us, and even in the New Testament and the Old Testament too, hospitality was very important. Whereas it said when you give hospitality, you might be even entertaining the angels, like Abraham and Sarah, when those angels came and said they would have a baby, and they were so old they were just they were a senior citizens way, but boy, you know, and they're going to have a baby, you know. But Abraham gave him hospitality. And now, if Abraham was, I'm busy, man. What do you got to say? What can I help you? But let's do it fast, you know. No, Abraham, he killed a fatted calf over there and get water and let them wash, and he got them really all set up. Hospitality is so important. And to have a real cup of tea, that is so so therapeutic, so loving, and so I don't know what. It's just something with elegance and dignity too with it. I don't know if I'm that elegant, but anyway, the people that do it do it. I know that the Japanese have a wonderful whole ritual of tea. Hello, Japan, and on YouTube, teach this poor barbarian how tea should be served with you in the English, the UK. God bless you. I'm so glad I got my thing went out here. My YouTube went off. So I just want you I just want to encourage you. I've lost it. God bless you. So and the greatest joy, as I said yesterday, is of giving ourselves in love giving ourselves in love to others, and then when the last day, we do everything we can. We don't miss a cue to show love to one another. God bless you. Now I'm so glad you joined me for tea. So try that. Live today, this evening, as your last day, your last evening with your loved ones. It will mean a lot, and you won't be thinking of number one and all the stuff you have to do and all. No, you're going to be so present to the Lord and to others, because you want to please the Lord and please others because you love them. God bless you.